Freemasonry is one of the world's oldest and most widespread fraternal organizations, with a history that traces its roots back to the late 16th and early 17th centuries in Scotland and England. The organization's origins are deeply entwined with the operative stonemasons who built the cathedrals and castles of the medieval period. These craftsmen formed guilds to protect their secrets of the trade and to pass on their specialized knowledge through a system of apprenticeships and mentorships. Over time, these guilds evolved into what we now know as Freemasonry, transitioning from operative to speculative masonry, where the tools and practices of stonemasonry became symbols for moral and ethical teachings. Freemasonry is built on a foundation of principles that promote moral integrity, personal development, and philanthropic efforts. It operates through a system of lodges which serve as local chapters where members, referred to as Masons, meet regularly to conduct rituals, discuss philosophical ideas, and engage in community service. These lodges are governed by a set of constitutions and rituals that vary slightly depending on the jurisdiction, but the core values remain consistent globally. The Freemasons' commitment to secrecy has often led to misconceptions and conspiracy theories about the organization. However, the fraternity emphasizes that its secrets are primarily symbolic and are intended to reinforce the moral and ethical lessons imparted during Masonic rituals. Freemasonry also places a strong emphasis on education and self-improvement. Masons are encouraged to pursue knowledge, develop wisdom, and cultivate understanding. This pursuit is reflected in the 3 degrees of Masonry: entered apprentice, fellow craft, and master mason, each representing a different stage of personal and spiritual growth. Given this context, our analysis aims to explore how the core principles and beliefs of Freemasonry relate to various conceptual patterns. By examining the interactions and influences among these principles, we can gain deeper insights into the structure and philosophy of Freemasonry. The following sections will delve into these relationships using a series of triadic patterns to illustrate the interconnectedness of Masonic teachings. Coexistence. In Freemasonry, brotherly love is the foundation of fraternal bonds. A Freemason sees every other Mason as a brother and extends this love through relief, which involves helping and supporting each other, especially in times of need. This mutual support builds trust, leading to a shared commitment to truth. For example, a Mason might assist a fellow Mason facing financial hardship, creating a bond of trust and a commitment to honesty in all dealings. The mutual reinforcement of these principles ensures that the fraternity is built on genuine connections where each member is committed to truth. Equilibrium. Freemasonry teaches the importance of balance and harmony. Disharmony among members leads to neglect of their duties towards each other, resulting in deceit. For instance, if members do not get along, they may neglect their responsibilities, such as attending meetings, which could eventually lead to dishonest behaviors like withholding crucial information. By addressing conflicts early to prevent neglect of fraternal duties, active participation ensures transparency and honesty, and maintaining harmony avoids creating an environment where deceit can flourish. Reinforcement. Freemasonry places a high value on the pursuit of knowledge. This knowledge leads to wisdom, which in turn fosters a deeper understanding of life and Masonic principles. For example, a Mason studies Masonic texts, applies these teachings to their life, and gains a profound understanding of Masonic symbols and rituals. Learning the history of Freemasonry helps Masons make wise decisions, and applying Masonic teachings in real life deepens their understanding, encouraging further study and reinforcing the cycle of learning and growth. Feedback. Masons do not seek wisdom, they remain in ignorance. This ignorance can lead to folly and misunderstandings. For instance, if a Mason does not attend educational sessions, they may misunderstand Masonic symbols and rituals, leading to folly in their practices. Not seeking wisdom keeps a Mason ignorant, which results in improper conduct and perpetuates a lack of understanding. This negative feedback loop underscores the importance of continuous learning and wisdom in avoiding ignorance and folly. Causal. Freemasonry encourages good deeds which have a positive community impact, leading to societal improvement. For instance, when Masons organize charity events, it helps the local community, eventually contributing to the overall betterment of society. Charity work directly benefits the community, fostering societal progress. Conversely, without charitable actions, society does not progress. This causal relationship highlights how individual actions contribute to broader societal improvements. Reversion. If there is community decline, it often starts with harm at an individual level. This decline spreads, impacting broader community engagement. However, taking individual responsibility reverses this trend, leading to positive impacts. For example, a Mason neglecting their duties contributes to the decline of their lodge, but by taking responsibility, they can initiate positive changes. Taking responsibility prevents harm, and responsible actions rejuvenate the community, demonstrating the power of individual responsibility in reversing negative trends. Non-linear. Freemasonry uses symbolism to achieve enlightenment. This enlightenment leads to the transmission of knowledge among members. For example, understanding the symbolism of the square and compasses enlightens a Mason about moral virtues, which they then share with others. Masonic symbols lead to deeper insights, and enlightened Masons share their insights, reinforcing the importance of understanding symbols to achieve enlightenment and transmit knowledge effectively. Retrospective. Ignoring historical knowledge leads to lost traditions. Without these traditions, Masons lose cultural continuity. Conversely, valuing historical knowledge preserves traditions. For example, if Masons do not learn the history of their lodge, they may lose important rituals, but studying this history ensures the continuity of their practices. Ignoring history results in lost rituals, which are key to maintaining continuity, demonstrating that understanding history preserves culture and traditions. Inclusive. Freemasonry values inclusivity, which fosters brotherhood. This brotherhood leads to unity, which in turn reinforces inclusivity and brotherhood. For example, including all members in decision-making strengthens their bond and creates a unified lodge. Inclusive practices foster a sense of brotherhood. A strong brotherhood leads to unity, and unity promotes a culture of inclusiveness, creating a positive feedback loop of mutual reinforcement. Exclusive. Excluding members leads to a lack of inclusivity, causing isolation and eventually fragmentation. For instance, if a lodge excludes members from discussions, it creates isolation, resulting in a fragmented group. Exclusion leads to isolated members, causing the group to fragment and eventually leading to division, highlighting the negative impacts of not fostering inclusivity. Education in Freemasonry leads to both moral development and ethical behavior. For example, educating a Mason on the principles of Freemasonry helps them develop morally and act ethically, reinforcing the importance of continuous education. Education leads to moral and ethical growth, and morally developed Masons seek further education, advocating for ongoing learning and reinforcing the interconnectedness of these principles. A lack of moral development and ethical behavior leads to a lack of education, creating a bottleneck. For instance, if Masons are not guided morally and ethically, their educational activities decline, leading to overall degradation. Without moral and ethical guidance, education suffers, resulting in moral and ethical issues, demonstrating the need for continuous moral and ethical guidance to maintain educational standards. Harmonic. In Freemasonry, the combination of harmony and wisdom leads to strength. For example, when Masons work harmoniously and wisely, they create a strong lodge. Each element reinforces the others, promoting overall harmony and strength. Combined, these lead to a strong organization, where wise and strong practices foster harmony and create a positive and robust environment. Dissonant. Weakness leads to discord and foolishness. For example, a weak lodge experiences internal conflicts and unwise decisions, creating a dissonant environment. This lack of strength and wisdom undermines harmony, as weak lodges experience internal strife and poor decisions, creating a discordant and ineffective group dynamic. Convergent. Unity in Freemasonry fosters strength and integrity. Each principle supports the others, converging to form a robust and ethical organization. For example, a unified lodge is strong and acts with integrity, reinforcing unity and strength. Unified members create a strong and ethical lodge, where ethical behavior strengthens and unifies the group, promoting a solid foundation of mutual support. Disunity leads to weakness and corruption. For example, a fragmented lodge lacks strength and integrity, leading to ethical breaches. This divergence undermines the foundational principles of Freemasonry, as ethical issues and lack of strength cause disunity, leading to further fragmentation and corruption, demonstrating the importance of unity and integrity. Combination. Freemasonry values the duality of life, achieving balance and synthesis of opposing elements. For instance, the balance between light and dark in Masonic symbolism teaches Masons to synthesize different perspectives and achieve harmony. Understanding opposites leads to harmony, and balanced perspectives synthesize into a cohesive understanding, creating a balanced and harmonious environment. Conflict leads to fragmentation and division. For example, when Masons disagree without resolving conflicts, it fragments their unity, causing divisions within the lodge. This division weakens the organization, as unresolved conflicts fragment the group, leading to further division and conflict, emphasizing the need for conflict resolution and unity. Freemasonry emphasizes association with others for knowledge sharing and collaboration. For instance, Masons meet regularly to share knowledge and collaborate on charitable projects, reinforcing their association and unity. Meetings foster knowledge exchange, leading to collaborative efforts, and working together promotes learning, creating a positive and supportive environment. Isolation and ignorance lead to disunity. For instance, if Masons isolate themselves and do not seek knowledge, it causes disunity within the lodge. This disassociation undermines the core principles of Freemasonry, as lack of knowledge and connection causes fragmentation, leading to a fragmented lodge and highlighting the importance of staying connected and informed. Freemasonry promotes the integration of principles to achieve unity and harmony. For example, integrating moral teachings with everyday actions unifies the lodge and fosters harmonious relationships among Masons. Combining principles creates a unified group, where a unified lodge fosters harmonious relationships and integrated teachings promote overall harmony, creating a supportive and cohesive environment. Disintegration of principles leads to conflict and discord. For instance, when Masons neglect their teachings, it causes internal conflicts and discord, undermining the lodge's unity and harmony. Neglecting principles leads to internal strife and a discordant environment where continuous conflict and discord disintegrate the lodge, emphasizing the importance of adhering to Masonic teachings. Our exploration of Freemasonry through the lens of various conceptual patterns reveals the depth and interconnectedness of its teachings. Freemasonry's rich tapestry of symbols, principles, and rituals forms a cohesive system that guides its members towards moral integrity, personal development, and social responsibility. The triads highlight the multifaceted nature of Masonic principles. Each pattern illustrates how fundamental values such as brotherly love, relief, and truth, along with the pursuit of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, interact and reinforce one another within the framework of Freemasonry.